Amazing. Great. It's tremendous. I'm going to do the old man question.
We couldn't have timed that fucking boot finish.
Dude, everything. The fucking whole thing was timed perfectly.
It really was. And it's just funny how, like you say, it wasn't our regular psychology, but for some reason that night it was.
Guys, why today we have very athletic wrestlers in the majors? Why can't we see a match like that today?
I tell no goddamn story.
Is it that simple? It's not that simple. Is it timing? Is there something that's not being trained? What is it?
Number one, the belts have to mean something. That's number one. So that sets, and then back in that era, it wasn't like you got televised fucking tag titles. We were still 5 pay-per-views back then.
You know how like years ago, like when we were younger, like I mean, there would be movies with special effects, but they still had to be good fucking movies, right? Like,
yeah.
And then, like, once the better special effects came, you would see it kind of start to flip when it came to, like,
that's
I've said it a lot.
I've said it a lot about, like, the WrestleManias. Like, the WrestleMania now is like Marvel.
And even the matches, like the fucking they do much
everything, the costuming,
more intricate moves. So that's like fucking those moves are like special effects to me, and like so it's easier because you're getting reactions out of the moves.
Yeah,
so it's like sometimes it's hard to differentiate like the different kinds of reactions, like a reaction for a move versus like the other reaction, like the in between the move stuff.
Like I always say this, and I know, it's I know that in our era, we never had 86,000 people 2 nights in a row in a fucking football field. So everybody's doing. I mean, it's just a different fucking, Right now, I don't want to sound like we're fucking fans of The Godfather 2. Like that's the greatest film of all time.
It's not. It's not. But
what do you say, Oliver?
No, I feel it's not. Godfather 3 is fucking greatest movie.
Oh yeah.
They need to put more Sofia Coppola in it. Do a new edit. But I still contend. I mean, I still will say that the belts were not of consequence to me watching that. Now the build up to that, and maybe the excitement around the fact that the belts may change hands because they didn't as often as they do now. But that match, if you took the belts out of it and showed it today, I think it would still have the same jaw-dropping effect on the precision of 4 wrestlers who seemingly don't take a pause. Everything's believable, except the double team on the abdominal stretch. Everything's believable. Everything's crisp. Nothing's fucking blown. And maybe if it is, I didn't notice it because you guys knew how to fucking cover. I don't think it's even any of the angles, the belts, nothing. I just think it stands as an athletic competition.
I think some you put some guys out there that they care less about, that the fans care less about, and they can have the same match. Obviously, like a lot, I think some of that to do with we were just over, like the people cared about. We had emotional equity built up.
Plus, we were going. I mean, the fact that it was us 4, so we were going to go. I mean, we were going to give extra because we were out there with our boys.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of people there, like even though like the internet wasn't a thing yet, the behind the scenes news, the smarter wrestling fans, there was a smaller, percentage of them, but a lot of them were in that area, right? And they knew,
I mean, they had the
they
could get the sheets.
Yeah, they knew the click was. They knew what we were.
They'd go to.
We were all pouring the ring together.
Yeah, they go to Lookers and see all four of us fucking hanging out.
Yeah. So I think they knew it was something that was probably going to be special.
Yeah.
Too Hard and Fierce brings up a good point. It was high octane, but I wouldn't call it a spot fest.
Not at all.
No, there were the peaks and valleys and the if
some-
someone
there
was
was
selling, they fucking logically sold.
I mean,
They
you-
didn't
you-
bounce back up and use the leg that just got.
The fact that you said the abdominal stretch was fucking bogus, but it was a hole like that. You know, that and
Not
then,
the abdominal stretch, the pull.
The thing?
pull. Yeah.
Oh,
The pull.
that's physics.
Come on, man.
That's physics.
God, I thought
What? You got a few cunt hairs you can split, Sean.
All right, it's time for the fans to talk to Kevin.
Fry bar, sir.